Hello friends and happy Thursday. What a crazy busy week, you guys. I think this is the first time I'm actually getting to sit down and talk with you. And I'm gonna do my makeup while I'm talking to you. I've got to double book everything. So although I did not check in earlier, I did get some film footage of things that I did earlier this week, so I will definitely be sharing that with you. So Monday evening, after homeschool and a day of work, I did go out to dinner with Beth. That was so much fun. We went to a Japanese restaurant. Was it Japanese? I think it's Japanese here in town. Let me look up the name of it real quick. It's called Wasabi, and I was right. It is a Japanese place. So that was a lot of fun. And then on Tuesday, after homeschool and a day of work, we had Megan and Joey over to the house and I cooked a meal for them. And it was a new thing that I had never made before. So I did record myself cooking that to share it with you guys. You guys, it is so delicious. It's a potato soup. I got the recipe from, there's a YouTuber that you guys told me about. That's how I found her, and she makes recipes, and her name is Julie, I believe, and her last name starts with a P. I will put a link to her actual recipe in the description box of this video, so you can click on the actual recipe and print it out or screenshot it or do whatever you want if you want to make it, but it's delicious. So I'm definitely going to share that recipe with you guys in just a moment here. What else? Oh, Logan and I, so we did something that we've talked about doing for years, but we've never actually done. We got a few Halloween decorations for the outside of our house. Nothing too crazy, but enough to I think make it look like we're celebrating Halloween. I was so excited. We've talked about it for years, and it's just something I just never wanted to spend money on because it's just for a month. And it's funny because I spend money on Christmas decorations, but I just never did it for Halloween. And I'm so glad that he talked me into it because we had a whole lot of fun decorating for Halloween. So I'm going to show you both the daytime look and the evening look when it's dark outside. I'll show you both of those in today's video. And then, so my parents are coming next week to visit us. And one of the things I did to get ready for that, I always like to do a few little house projects before they come to visit. It's just a good excuse to get some things done, like some things that are on my to-do list, but just never ever get done. So I weeded the front garden, and I didn't get a good before video clip of that, but I will definitely show you the after. And I was out, I think it took me about 2 hours to weed the garden. And you guys, my legs have been so sore ever since I did that. The kind of sore where when I'm trying to stand up, from a sitting position, I try and get up and stand. It's hard, and I'm afraid I'm gonna fall back. And also when I go to sit down, there's a certain point where I just collapse. My legs just get out. So that was a super good workout for me this week. So I got that gardening done, and then the other little project I want to do before they come is, this is so small and they're probably not even going to notice, but I will notice. There are little holes in my wall. Sounds so funny, but there's a painting that I moved to a new location, so it left a hole in the wall, a little nail hole in the wall. And then I removed our dog gates. So we had a couple of dog gates to keep the dogs on a certain level when, at different times, when people were coming over and stuff. So I removed those from the wall. We had two, and those left pretty big holes because they had screws and not just a nail. So I want to fill in those holes with spackle, is that what it's called? And then paint over them. We actually have some leftover paint in our garage from the last time we painted our living room, so I was so excited about that. And then there's just some like random like marks on the wall that I'm gonna go around and like just like paint. Let me show you the paint supplies I got. Okay, so here's my little paint project thing. I just ran over to Lowe's and I got Fast and Final lightweight spackling. So it is called spackling. And I got this thing, whatever this is called, to fill in the holes first. And then, like I said, I already had the paint in the garage, so I just needed like a little disposable paint canister and a little disposable sponge paintbrush. So that's one of the projects I want to get done before they get here on Sunday. I also want to like create a menu for the week so I know exactly what I'm going to make on which days that they're here. Sorry, I'm trying to decide what color eyeshadow I want to do. I think I'm going to go for just a darker all over color today. Let's see. We'll do this one, Happiness. This palette smells so good. They must have like added some kind of scent into here because it smells so yummy, like chocolate or something sweet. Ooh, it smells delicious. So as far as the meals go for when they come, I know for sure that on Sunday when they arrive, I'm going to do a crock pot meal. I love to do a crock pot meal the day they arrive because, you know, there's some variation and flexibility of when they're going to get here, and the crock pot just keeps the food warm until they get here. So it's always a good way to go. Plus, this is really like crock pot season. I love making crock pot meals. I'm going to have to like restrict myself and not do like a crock pot meal every night that they're here. So that's something that I need to get done. Last night I got down to 0 with all the orders. I had been working on orders all week because I need to get to the new sticker release. It's Saturday, today's Thursday, so Thursday, Friday, yeah, I just have a couple days to get all the new stickers made, all the new December patterned budget kits made. That's what I'm working on right now. So I wanted to get all the orders done before I got started on that. And you know, with all of the social events that I had this week, it just kind of put me behind schedule. So I got to 0 last night. This morning I checked and I'm back up. I think I have like 9 more orders. So hopefully I can get those done either tonight or tomorrow. But here are all the orders that I did yesterday. Oh, this is so heavy. I don't know if you can see, like, it's a lot. I did a lot of orders yesterday. So we're gonna go drop those off this morning. And then we have homeschool. We've been learning about Milton Hershey this week. So much fun. Oh, you guys, the scavenger hunt. Logan loved it. Absolutely loved the scavenger hunt. He said it was so much fun, so I highly recommend doing that. Like, I was like thinking, oh, I want to do it again, but I don't know if it'll lose its magic, because if we do it another time, like I was thinking at Christmas or at Easter or something, but it was definitely fun the first time. And then the other big thing I need to do this week before my parents arrive is just clean my whole house from top to bottom. I just do a nice deep cleaning before they arrive. And it's gonna be like a little more work this time because I got Logan this slime that had glitter, which sounds like fun. But he had to add the glitter to the slime. And he did it when I wasn't in the room with him, so it's everywhere. It's like, it's on in my carpet, on my counters, on my kitchen floor, on the walls, it's in the living room, the kitchen, the laundry room, like it just got everywhere. So I'm gonna try to get all that glitter cleaned up. Like little pieces of glitter, they're hard to get cleaned up, you guys. So yeah, that's that's the other big thing I'm working on. Okay, let's head over and let me show you that recipe. So I'm starting out today by prepping all the ingredients for the recipe. This recipe needs 6 to 8 strips of bacon cut into small pieces, 1 white onion diced, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, 6 large golden potatoes cut into bite-sized pieces, 4 cups of chicken broth, 2 cups of milk, 2/3 cup of heavy cream, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder, 2/3 cup of sour cream, and 1/4 cup of sliced green onions, 3/4 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. So after I peeled and washed all of my potatoes, I cut them up into smaller bite-sized pieces. Then I cut the bacon into smaller pieces as well. The bacon is going to cook in the pot that I'm going to make the soup in. I'm going to cook the bacon first, and it's interesting because in her recipe she says not to drain the bacon and to use the fat from the bacon to to cook the onion. But this bacon was really fatty, so I did end up draining quite a bit of the grease off and just left a little bit to saute the onions in the pan with. So the bacon is currently cooking on the stove, and I'm continuing to cut up everything that needs to go on top of the soup. So we have different topping options, and one of the topping options are green onions. So I'm getting those chopped up here. And then next I'm going to chop up the white onion. That's what's going to go into the pan after the bacon is done cooking. I'm using my handy little chopper thing that I got from Target a few years ago. I really like it. It makes chopping up onions a lot quicker and nicer. I always cry when I chop up onions, and this helps reduce some of that. By the way, if you notice black stains on my fingers, you can just ignore those. One of my pens exploded on my hand earlier in the day, and I couldn't get the black ink off for quite a while, even though I kept washing my hands. So that's what the black stains are on my fingers. So I'm just finishing up the onion here, and then I'm going to move on to another topping, which is shredded cheddar cheese. I think the recipe called for, a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. I just ended up shredding this whole block. It's just used as a topping. It's not in the recipe, like in the cooking part. It's just as one of the topping options, like the green onions. So here's what the bacon looked like after I was done cooking it in the pot. I removed the bacon from the pot so that I could add the onions to the pot. So the onions have been added. I'm going to saute them for 4 to 5 minutes until they get soft. And then I'm going to add some other ingredients, and I thought that I had recorded it, but I didn't. So what you didn't see, what I added, were the diced potatoes, the broth, the milk, the heavy cream, salt, pepper, and chili powder. After all those ingredients are added, I stirred everything together, and then I let it simmer for 10 minutes. I want the potatoes to get cooked all the way through, and that took about 10 minutes. So here I am, just a little bit splashed. Here I am stirring it all together, and just a second here I'll show you a top-down view of what it looks like when all those ingredients are combined together. So this is what it looks like at this point. So now the potatoes have been simmering for, well, everything has been simmering together for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to give it another stir. And then this next step, she said, is optional, but since she did it, I went ahead and did it too. And she smashed some of the potatoes, I think to thicken up the soup part, the liquidy part. I don't know. I just did what she did, and it turned out good. Next, I added the sour cream. The recipe called for 2/3 of a cup. This little container was a cup. I just went ahead and put the whole thing in because I wasn't going to use like 1/3 of it for something else. So I'm like, I might as well just put it all in. So I stirred it all together. And then here's our table. We had some sliced apples with light caramel for a little fall. And then here are all the topping options that we could put on the potato soup. And you guys, it was a huge hit. Very, very tasty. Hello friends, and happy Saturday. So I have finished all of the designs for the sticker release that's happening today. All of my budgeting kits are coming out today, my December budgeting kits. So let me give you a quick preview. I won't show you everything because I do have a whole separate video dedicated all to that. So first of all, here is the pattern December 1, 23. I love it. In another video I talked about, I had chosen a different color here, which I wasn't crazy about, but I love this color. I think it's perfect. It's exactly the vibe I was going for. So this is the Budget Mom Budget by Paycheck Workbook monthly spread, which also includes date dots and then the bottom washi. And this bottom washi is so beautiful. So that is December 123. Let's look at December 223. So this has a navy blue background, and I don't know how well, I think you can see it pretty well, the navy blue background. The sidebar has like little Christmas cookies on it. And the top washi has those beautiful cardinals with that navy blue background. I love navy blue. I love birds. So when I saw this pattern, I'm like, that is totally me. So here are the matching date dots that go with the monthly spread. And then, oh, this bottom washi. I love this bottom washi too. Isn't that so pretty? Very, very Christmassy. With the poinsettias and the candles and, oh, love it. So that is December 223. And then December 323 is a little more subtle. So we have some holly leaves with berries. And then the sidebar has that same green background, but with snowflakes. And I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can see the snowflakes. But that is the monthly spread. Here are the matching date dots. And this, again, the bottom washi is gorgeous. I love all these bottom washis this time. So pretty. Here's the bottom washi. So that is December 323. So what I need to do today is I need to take all of my designs, and I use a program called Canva to make my Etsy listings. So I'm going to make all my Etsy listings, list them all on Etsy, and then I need to make a promotional video. But what I was thinking is I want to know how long it's going to take me to just do the Canva part where I make the designs on Canva and then put them and then list them on Etsy. So how long does it take me to list my designs onto Etsy? My prediction is 2 hours. It's currently 11:15, and I will check back with you later when I'm done to let you know how long it actually took me. But my prediction is it's gonna take 2 hours. So let's get into it and see how long it takes. Guys, quick check-in before I log off for the week. So I just finished all the postings for the Etsy shop, and I put it all out on the web. I did a YouTube video, I did a post on my Facebook page and my Instagram. That's how I get the word out that they're now available. So it took me 3 hours instead of 2 to make all the Canva designs, and then it took me another hour to do everything else. So I've been working on this for the last 4 hours, and I am done. So I am signing off for the week. My plan for the rest of this weekend is to get ready for my parents. They're coming tomorrow evening. They'll be here. So I want to get the house cleaned up. I want to go grocery shopping, do a little meal planning, things like that. So I will see you guys again next week. Bye, everyone.